Welcome. Hi, I'm Crystal with the wonderful Forever in Motion team. I'm glad you're watching today. We have an excellent class planned. I hope you find it excellent, with our focus on cardio, but health promotion. So we're going to be thinking about healthy strategies, and I'll throw out a few questions while we get our hearts and lungs pumping a little bit. We will use in today's class a band, a resistance band. Make sure you have a sturdy chair, make sure you have some good shoes, and a water bottle. And while you gather those things, I'll just say thank you so much for having me. Thank you to the leaders who are taking ideas from these videos and sharing them with your own classes. Yeah, and I hope you enjoy today's class. So we'll begin with a bit of a warm-up, easy march. Let's make sure we're starting off with good tall posture, finding strength in our core, thinking about belly button drawn into the spine, tailbone down, and lifting our chest proud. Take a moment to think about your cervical spine, the upper part of the spine around your neck. Maybe a chin tuck would be in order to help align the spine in some good positioning. As we get accustomed to this movement, let's incorporate some extra items, maybe single shoulder roll. Maybe some nice deep breaths. I'm rolling my shoulders back to counter what we often do in our daily activities, which is bringing our shoulders forward. Now, do you think we can do both shoulders at the same time? Offer your body a few nice deep breaths as we just get accustomed to movement. And let's take these shoulder circles a little bit bigger so that we form a few nice arm circles. No rush, just warming up the upper and lower body. Right on. So let's switch to step touch. What kind of room do I have on the screen? I think my chair is going over to the side, keeping it handy in case I need it for balance, but we'll step side to side. Once you've found some comfort with that movement, add pendulum arms. So, as I mentioned, today's class focused on cardio. We're going to work the heart and the lungs, and also some thoughtfulness about our health. So one of the questions I thought I'd pose today is, what is good health to you? Let's switch arms. Now, if you were doing arms out to the side, same as legs, go opposite, okay? So take a moment and switch arm direction from your legs. What is good health to you? Health promotion is defined by the World Health Organization as enabling people to increase their control over their health, which I really liked because it's not focused specifically on the absence of disease. Control over one's health. I like that definition. We're going to move into hamstring curls next. Lifting leg, I'll turn to the side so that you can see. We're trying to keep the spine still in nice alignment, belly button in, shoulders back, and that knee is pointing down to the ground, right? Not this, no, it's hammies at the back working. Once you find comfort with that movement, add a little row, just warming up, so not too quick of a pace, not too large of range of motion. Health promotion topics can include sleep hygiene, self-care, socialization, physical activity, nutrition, just to name a few. Opposite muscle group, we're going to move into high knees now. Slow and controlled with this. If you feel like it, tap opposite hand to opposite knee. Beautiful tall posture, chest stays lifted. So it's interesting to note that your Forever in Motion team has a lot of information on these health promotion topics. And always feel welcome to reach out to the team if you would like some resources, information, presentations on a health promotion topic. You can contact us by leaving something in the comments below on our Facebook page. We check it regularly. Or we have office space at the Community Health Center at Market Mall. Pop on by anytime. We would love to see you and help you bring some health promotion presentations and strategies into your own communities. Step touch back in 3, 2, 1. So I'm tapping my toes back. Things to watch for here, try not to arch your back. I am a bendy back person, and I actually feel like that is something I'm prone to doing. So let's make sure we give some awareness to good alignment. And let's go with drawing a diamond with our arms while our feet tap back. Too easy? Pick it up. Take a little bit of a faster pace. Nice deep breathing, warming up all areas of our legs, right? We've done legs to the side, legs front, legs back. We're going for one of my favorites, heel digs next in 3, 2, 1. Oh, I sort of cheated on my last one. Here we go with our heel digs. I like this one because can you see what you're doing? Of course you can see what you're doing with your toes. You're lifting your toes up. And how important to have tibialis anterior, this guy here, working and keeping us safe so that we don't trip over our toes. Now, I'm just going to do some gentle bicep curls with this. On round 2, we'll have to do something else, maybe finger coordination exercises. On round 2, I challenge you to work at a faster pace. We want to make sure that we are bringing in some challenge to our cardio system. So round 1, hopefully we've offered yourself some familiarity with the exercises, you get some comfort, and we talked a little bit about alignment. So on round 2, we keep that knowledge of alignment and awareness of the exercise, and we'll work just a little bit faster. We'll take it from the top in 3, 2, 1. What did we do at the top? It was a gentle march. This is the risk with doing round 2. Then I have to remember what we did on round 1. Single shoulder rolls whenever you're ready. Taking some nice deep breaths. I just feel like this is a good time to maybe get rid of tension that you carry on the upper back, or I do anyways. Can you find a little bit more range in those shoulders? Do you find yourself feeling maybe a little bit taller as we warm up our muscles. We can lift our posture a little bit better. Double shoulder rolls, team. And if your shoulders allow and if it feels good, widen it out to some arm circles. 3, 2, 1. We did. Step touch, side to side. Make sure you don't have any obstacles. Make sure you've got that beautiful tall posture. And let's add some pendulum arms. Take note, what are your arms doing? Are they going opposite from your legs? We pick these natural patterns of movement, but sometimes don't think mindfully about what we're doing. So check in. What did you choose to do? Now, take the opposite pattern. Hang on. So now I've got my arms going the same direction as I'm stepping. What did you choose? Hamstring curls next, yes? 3, 2, here we go. And chair is there. If you need to hang on to the chair during hammy curls, if you don't need your chair, maybe some low rows, but keep in mind this is round 2. Maybe we can even do some high rows with focus on right between the scapula. Can you feel that upper back working as we pull shoulder blades back? So my question for you today, the big burning question is, how do you define health? And I welcome you to place that in the comments as well. It is truly more than just the absence of illness and disease, isn't it? As we know, so many people probably living with a chronic condition. Maybe it's you yourself who has a chronic condition, but we certainly can navigate a healthy lifestyle despite some of those I don't know, challenges that we get thrown at us, right? We're switching to high knees in 3, 2, here we go. And I'm right away moving into tapping opposite hand to opposite knee. You're welcome to take time to find this movement, then add arms. Maybe you don't want to add arms at all. Maybe it's a single arm. Your class, you modify however it feels comfortable. This could be done in seated as well. Lift your heart, feel proud, and lift those knees. We had a couple power outages recently in the house, and I've got a clock on my left and a clock on my right, and both are different, so that's always fun. We're switching to step touch back in 3, 2, right? That was the next one, yes? I'm sure it is. Here we go with our arms. I'm thinking about doing a different shape with our arms, but it's not coming to me. I don't know. I'm going to go back to the diamond. Maybe some of you are creative. You can think of a different shape. What else could we do? I mean, heaven help me, I can't do a hexagon or something like that. I think I could do that even with my feet still. Hip extension, we can talk about that though. This is important for our bum muscles. So bring some muscle awareness to those bum muscles each time that we step back. This is also good to challenge our balance a bit. It can feel uncertain and unsteady to step our feet back where we can't see. We get a lot of balance input from our vision. So when our feet are not in our visual field, it can feel a little uncertain. Heel digs in 3, 2, here we go. As promised, we're going to switch it up with our hands. So how about thumb and pointer? Roll through that. Feel each of those little finger muscles getting a stretch. Feel your tibialis anterior, your toes pulling up to your nose, a muscle on the front of the leg working. And maybe you feel a stretch in calf muscle here too. Would you like an extra challenge? Do you want to do thumb and pinky on one side, thumb and pointer on the other? Roll through. You don't need to keep your hands up that high. That was for demonstration purposes. Beautiful. This is our last one in this cardio warm-up series, right? 3, 2, 1. I went for a walk with a friend the other day, and we were probably where we shouldn't have been, and we had to go through some fences. So we're going to go up and over the fence here next, team. Step high, side to side. Good. You never know when you'll find yourself on a golf course that maybe you shouldn't have been walking on. It's hard to say. We're imagining that the fence is right alongside of us. Step high. 2 more. And then guess what? The fence is in front of us now. This gets harder because we've got to step backwards. It's a high fence. Make it a big step. Oh, good morning, hips. Good morning, balance. Two more. Great job. Have you had a drink of water yet today? Now is the time. Not true. You can take a water break whenever you want, actually. I'm going to have a drink of water right now. And I encourage you to drink lots. Stay hydrated. So next we've got more cardio, more with our legs, but also starting to incorporate a little bit of balance here. So what do you think about braiding? Now, braiding is a difficult exercise because we're crossing over midline. We're taking one foot in front and then bring the other foot out, then take that foot behind. Bring the other foot out. I'm running out of camera space. So in front, out, behind, out. Now, if you're not sure about what your balance is going to do here, make sure to keep fingertips on the chair. The point is we're crossing feet over midline. This can be something that we would do with our riding reflex. If you are about to stumble and fall, sometimes we very quickly will throw a leg out to catch us, and that crosses over midline. It is not a comfortable place for our feet to be, but it can be important. I'm going to go this way again. Great. Now, keeping with some thoughts about steps, we're going to go V step, wide, wide, narrow, narrow back. So I'm stepping front, wide, narrow back. Let's add some arms. Pick up the pace. And throw a little bit of stomp in there. Apologies to your neighbors if you're in an apartment. This is probably maybe a little bit disruptive, but stomp, stomp to build bone density, right? We're going to go the other direction. Switch it around. This is a little bit of a brain exercise when we choose one way and then we ask our bodies to do the opposite of what it would naturally have chosen. Stomp, stomp, swing the arms. Three, two, one. Lovely. Okay, on to some ankle mobility, rocking up on our toes and back on our heels. Checking in. How do we feel? Can we have light fingertips on the chair? Can we lift our hand up off the chair? And what is our core doing in this moment? Feel those muscles engage. The real challenge I find with this is when I rock back on my heels, lifting toes. Lovely. Moving into a lunge. Now, this is super important to take slow. Our foundation is the most important part of this whole exercise. Chair is handy. I do want it to be at your side. We're going to step back with one leg. We're up on our front part of the foot, taking a bend with your front knee. Check in though. Can you see your toes? You can't see my feet on the screen probably, but anyways, make sure you can see your toes. How wide apart are your feet? The more narrow they are, the more difficult this is for your balance. So make sure you've got hip distance apart, maybe a little more, something that's very comfortable and safe feeling. Now we're going to take that back knee down, making sure our front knee does not come over our toes. Check in with your upper body. Do you have nice alignment with your spine? Is your chest lifted? And what do you feel? Do you feel those glute muscles? I do. We're going to go for about 10 of these, but that is personal choice. If 10 feels like too much to you, by all means, take a break at 5, whatever works. I've got 2 more. Good. I'm going to do easy march just to get the circulation going. That's a bit stationary and a bit of work. Take a few beautiful deep breaths. And guess what? We need to find our foundation on the other side. Do you think you could? I don't know. Can you see my feet? Okay, so one foot forward, the other foot back in a fairly wide front to back stance. Keep a foundation that feels right and safe for you. Maybe stepping those toes a little further side to side apart. I encourage you to keep one hand on the chair, bending your front knee, checking in, make sure that knee doesn't go over the toes, and then dropping that back knee. Hey, it does not need to touch the floor, by the way. In fact, it probably would be an awful lot on your body if it did. So it's just an easy down and up. Posture tall. Breath is long. Two more. And stepping forward, easy march. Okay. We're going to bring the chair into play next. We'll do a few seated exercises, but first of all, always making things challenging for us, we're going to do some sit to stands. So I encourage you to stand in front of your chair, nice tall posture, feet are hip distance apart. You still can't see my feet. Sorry about that today, guys. Let's find palms facing forward, a few nice deep breaths as we give our bodies a chance to feel aligned and strong. Good. Now, we're going to sit down with purpose, with slow pace, sticking our bum back. You can reach your hands for the armrests or keep them forward. 5 of these. Slow, no rush, but with purpose and mindful movement. 2. If this is enough for you, you go ahead, take a break. This is it. You get to sit. Finally. Have a drink of water if you wish, team. We're going to move into some strengthening for our arms and legs. I'm going to have a drink. Okay, let's find the M shape with our band. Great. Palms are facing down, posture is tall. Then let's pull that band back. Exhale as we pull. With our strength, just like I mentioned with lunges, we're looking for around 10, but welcome to modify as you need. Beautiful. We're going to place the band on our knees. Cross one hand to opposite thigh, cross other hand to opposite thigh, picking up that band. 5 chest squeezes, team. So here we go. Pull the band apart. Watch your wrists. Make sure they're at neutral. Ooh. 3, 4. Check in. Which hand is on top? Which arm is on top? Placing the band down. Put your other arm on top. Pick the band up. 5 more. 3. Focus on the chest. 2 and 1. Super. We're going fishing for our feet right now. I gotta move my chair back. Maybe now you can see my feet. Fishing. Placing the band underneath both feet. And we'll move into a row. If you can, you're sitting on the front of your chair. You're thinking about, oh, geez. You know, I knew it when I set my water bottle there. I thought, I hope I don't knock it over. Surely I won't. Anyways, keep your area free of hazards. All right, elbows start off near our hips. We're going to row back. I'm gonna lift my toes up a little bit just to make sure my band is secure. That's probably one of the most important parts of this exercise. No snappy bands. Back is tall, wrists are neutral, and we are focused on those muscles around our shoulder blades, our posture girdle. We'll come back to a couple posture exercises at the end here today. It accompanies the deep breathing. Job well Done, team. Uh, we'll work our legs just a touch more with the band underneath 1 foot now. Excuse me. So start off with your heel on the ground. Think about nice tall posture. Your arms are going to be stationary. We're going to lift the knee up, push the heel down to the ground. I'm going to choke up on my band a little bit. I've suddenly realized I could make this harder for myself. Why not? Great. Couple more. We switch to the other leg. Starting off with our heel pointing down onto the ground. Check in. How's your tall posture? Is it there? You ready? Arms are going to be steady. Bend the knee, push the heel down. Really good for our tendons and ligaments around our knee too with this one, right? You know what? We're going to put the band aside and move along to those posture muscles. So starting off with our hands on our knees, we're going to take a nice deep breath in and pull our hands back towards our body. What is going on with that? How do you feel? As you inhale, do you feel shoulder blades coming away from the body? Do you feel your chest lifted, your heart rising? We need to give careful attention and gratitude to our lungs. So take this time to breathe fully into those lungs and exhale as the hands come forward. I gave a presentation last week on breathing exercises. So that's why that's on my mind. I'll share one of the exercises with you right now. If you have any breathing conditions, if you're on oxygen, if you get dizzy and lightheaded quickly, maybe this isn't for you, but it's called stacked breathing. And one of the purposes of stacked breathing is to improve our cough. Sometimes we don't use those diaphragm, all the breathing muscles, in such a manner that it keeps them strong. And we don't really sometimes give thought to that until we need to have a good cough. So practicing some deep breathing and breathing exercises can be of really good value. Find yourself sitting nice and tall on the front part of your seat. Hands are resting comfortably at your sides or on your lap, whatever's right for you. With stacked breath, we take repeated inhalations to help expand our lungs, breathe into the lower lobes of our lungs, and then we do a nice full exhale. All right. So sitting up nice and tall, I invite you to take a nice deep breath in, breathe in again, stack another breath in. Maybe you can sniff once more, and then a long, full, complete exhale. Once more. Oh, well, I ask you, how do you feel? Maybe we'll just have a couple cycles of breathing regularly here. I mean, rhetorically, you don't have to tell me how you feel, but check in with yourself. Did you feel like you got into lower aspects of the lungs? If you're ready and if it feels comfortable, let's do it once more. Sitting up nice and tall. Take a beautiful, nice deep breath in. Breathe in again. Stack another breath in. Maybe sniff once more. Oh, and then a beautiful, deep, full exhalation. Did you know if we lengthen our exhalation a little bit longer than the inhalation, we tap into the parasympathetic nervous system, which is really beautiful to help calm the body? Bringing palms up, elbows at our sides. Let's do a little internal and external rotation. This is getting our rotator cuff muscles, but they are also part of our accessory muscles that help with breathing. Well, not really your rotator cuff, but I mean, we're getting up into this upper shoulder girdle, so all connected. We are really working to bring the hands out, keep the posture tall. And we're going to switch to a core exercise in 3, 2, open up with this last one. Beautiful, good work. Okay, hands across your chest or resting on your thigh. We're going to lean back until you feel those abdominals engage and then pull it forward. So a little bit easier with hands on your knees, perhaps a little bit more challenging, hands on your chest. Another option would be to have hands up by your ears. For me, this isn't so much comfortable. It makes me feel, I don't know, like vulnerable, like something's gonna, I don't know. I don't want to wreck anything here. So I'm going to keep hands across chest. You've got 3 options. Choose whatever feels right for you. Sometimes it is easy to lose tall spine with this, and we cave with our shoulders a little bit. Let's bring focus to keeping our shoulders back, maybe even thinking about our neck long, a spot to gaze upon that keeps us in that good alignment. Beautiful. Last one. And we are going to enter into some stretching, guys. Lifting one leg up, ankle circle around one way, ankle circle around the other way. Heel down. We love those toes pulling up, right? Sitting on the edge of your chair, finding tall posture. On an exhale, hinge forward. It probably doesn't need to be very far until you feel a little something going on in the back of the leg. You got that? Pull your toes up towards your nose. Heart is lifted, smile is on the face. And release. Ankle circle other side, tall posture. Repeat the other way. Heel down to the ground. Let's find good form before we enter into this stretch. Take a nice deep breath in, lift the chest, hinge at the hips, and know that this does not have to be far before you feel the stretch. Bring the breath into wherever you need it. Maybe you feel like you need a little bit more oxygen in the hamstring. Maybe it's the glutes that you feel. Calf muscle too, right? Lots of stuff going on. This is such a good one. I like this. I hope you like it too. Coming up nice and tall. Beautiful. Gentle spinal twist. So being aware of our limitations. I'm going to put both hands on one armrest and then rotate my gaze to look over behind me. This twist is gentle. The breath is long and the posture is tall. As we rotate back to center, take a moment, make sure that you don't move too quickly with this gentle stretch. A few deep breaths, and then let's rotate the other way. I'm going to place both hands on one armrest, then start to rotate my neck. It's really important to be able to look behind us. This is for driving. This is for conversation pieces. Good. Once more, this time I invite you to look behind and stretch a little bit more with your eyes is what I'm thinking. Take that gaze a little further. Bring awareness to stretching our eye muscles. Slowly back, a breath or two. Last one for rotation. Taking the neck for a little bit of a shoulder check, taking the eyes for a little bit of a stretch. Look, look, look behind. And slowly back to the center. Beautiful. Let's take our arms out to the sides, open up, and play a little bit with this shape. What if you took your thumbs, and rotated them down towards the ground? Keep the chest open and then rotate your thumbs up. This should change where you feel the exercise, a little bit from a chest opener into a bicep stretch. Rotating maybe once or twice more at your own pace, feeling the feels. And we counter that with a beautiful pat on the back. Yes, way to go, self. Next stretch, next. We have already done rotation, but what about ear to shoulder? One hand stretching down towards the ground. Tilt your neck the opposite way. Enter into this slowly. Take some nice deep breaths. We're just going to do this once on each side, so soak up all the good feels. Come to neutral. Other hand stretches down. Oh boy, I feel like I must have some tension on my neck or something. That's a good stretch. Soak it up. Feel those muscles release and relax. Beautiful. We are going to take a nice deep breath in, but I do want to say to you, this is my last Forever in Motion video. So thank you very much for tuning in. It was an absolute joy to be a part of your physical activity journey, and I hope that you find exercise programs in your community and you continue on with watching the Facebook Live classes. There's so many great ways to stay active, and I really appreciate those of you that have left comments and tuned in. Oh, today you are welcome to comment on what is good health to you. I would love to hear your answers. Thank you. Thank you for taking time to prioritize your health, for tuning into Facebook Live videos. Your comments have not only brightened my day, but also enhanced my perspective of healthcare. And working in the community setting has been an absolute joy. So thank you very much. I applaud you for staying healthy and active, and I wish you all the very best. Take care, everybody. Thank you so very much.